Okay, June 27th, 1990. Hello. Yet one more day has inexorably passed, and quite quickly at that. It seems that time is really starting to pick up, especially when you're busy doing things. Today we went to a zone conference in Bupyeong. Bupyeong is the area where the mission office is, where when I first arrived on my mission, I got all my training, and where I would eventually serve a couple times later in my mission. Bupyeong, which is a goodly distance away, we had to be out of the house by 8:30, and because Elder Joe is so slow, we didn't leave to actually about 9 or so. We ended up grabbing a taxi, which is way faster than a bus and not very expensive, especially when you're sharing the costs between 4 of you. So it's quite affordable. The zone conference itself was incredible. A Korean sister spoke about faith. All the missionaries who could not understand were given headphones as Elder Edmonds translated. Then someone else spoke. I don't remember who. Sister Snow spoke to us about health and reminded us about some important rules about water and cleanliness. Then she proceeded to give a totally awesome talk on Helaman chapters 7 through 12. That was her tradition during my mission. Is every zone conference she would give like a lecture. It was like a BYU Education Week quality presentation, and she focused exclusively on the Book of Mormon. And I actually have many of those reports, those notes that she did. She would sell them for like 15 cents or 20 cents or something, just to cover the photocopying costs. And then if you wanted her notes for zone conference, she would give those to you. These chapters are about the prophecy of Nephi and the prophecy of Samuel the Lamanite. Of course, I took notes on everything she said. She talked a lot about the Hebrew law and Mosaic law and how the Nephites and the Lamanites kept it so strictly. Joseph Smith could not have known about these things. It was so cool. I learned quite the much. One of my mission goals is to become a Book of Mormon scholar. And a talk like that makes me realize just how far I have to go. Then we ate Korean food, of course. I also received a letter from Elder Clark Lane in Quebec. He's sending form letters to all his friends. That way he can write to as many people as he can. This might be a good plan. We had a pass-off thing, but us greenies got to go with President Snow, and he talked to us for a while. We were supposed to, throughout our missions, pass off our understanding of principles and lessons, and that continued throughout our mission as a pattern. I passed off many of the lessons, but to be honest, not all of them. There wasn't ever a lot of pressure to do so, and anyway, I did the best that I could. Let's see. Then we each got to go out into groups to pass off something simple to get a feel for it. It was fun. At 2:30, we all came back together in one larger group, and then President Snow spoke. He spoke about the importance of keeping rules and some other cool things. It's times like this when I had to redevelop my strong desire to be completely obedient in all things and have exact obedience, something that I clearly wasn't totally there yet, but to be honest, my companions weren't helping in that regard. I must be obedient in all things, at all times, in all places. President Snow will hear if I have done anything wrong, but I want to have him only learn good things about me. We stepped out about halfway through the testimony meeting to go to the airport. Elder Ward had a cousin coming over on the way to the Busan mission. So we met their mission president and talked to him before they arrived. It was so cool to see missionaries greener than I am. Right then I realized how much that I have learned, that I know about Korea. It was truly amazing. What was really funny was, in order to make it to the airport on time, we took another taxi. And this guy was crazy, but a nice guy nonetheless. It was good. It was the typical insane taxi ride I had heard so much about in the MTC. It was awesome. We weaved in and out through traffic, even on the wrong side of the road. Man, it was funny. Then as we left, we gave him and his friend a Book of Mormon, so it wasn't a total loss and a waste of our 6,000 won. Oh well. I just spent a couple seconds looking over my first journal entries, and I realized that my writing looks terrible. Yes, it is. I think it was because I hadn't had to write quickly since I graduated from high school. Now, though, I have it down to an art form. I hope and pray Carmen is keeping up with her journal and Book of Mormon readings. It's made such a big difference in her life. Makes me wonder what kind of effect it would have on her during high school as well. I love her so much. Elder Ward and I were talking about marriage with our girlfriends. Both of us are thoroughly convinced that we will marry our girlfriends when we get home, and that made me feel very good. Actually, he did marry his girlfriend too. We're both not afraid of commitment, but on the other hand, both of us are confident and secure in our feelings. We both know that it will work out. Felt very good to talk about marriage with such confidence. Now it's a good day. Sounds like a fun day.